Hello and welcome to Lights on Cork, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am Drew Current.
I'm Natalie Moretti Hund.
Yeah. Natalie Moretti Hund.
Back in the quote-unquote studio.
Back in the virtual studio.
The
Ooh.
virtual studio.
I like that I can still see the studio.
Right? The studio's there. I mean, you can see it. That's where Drew is. Like, I'm at my house and you're in your house. We're all safely distanced. And you have a lovely background of the movies. So now Drew can actually see the actor.
Perfect.
So
that's perfect.
If you're wondering what they look like, Drew, they are right behind Natalie on the Zoom background.
Yep.
Perfect
utilization of a Zoom.
Exciting.
Natalie, I'm so excited you're here for a normal movie, not a Christmas movie.
I know. It's been a while, and I love when we're doing the normal movies and there's swearing and
sexy
and
time.
sex and like always fighting and breaking glass. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And this one is crazy. Drew, we did not tell you anything about the movie before because I wanted your genuine reaction. So,
I'm ready to react.
Oh
the
boy.
movie is called Psycho Yoga Instructor.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think something that this movie does super well is you're wondering for a large part of the movie just who is the psycho yoga instructor. Like who? Like literally which character is going to be the psycho yoga instructor?
Yeah,
it's hard to...
It takes a while to get to the yoga instructor, surprisingly.
Oh yeah, and even then I was like, is this the psycho? I don't know.
He seems pretty nice. He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, look at him.
Right? Look at him.
He's a little hippie. He's
little
a little
hippie, brown-haired
dippy
man.
Yeah.
Little hippy dippy for my taste.
All right.
Her husband as well.
Oh, we'll get to it. The movie stars Ashley Wood, Brady Smith, and Panos Vlahos. Vlahos?
Yeah. Sure.
Vlahos. That's how I'm saying it.
Panos Vlahos, I think.
Panos
Vlahos? Is that Greek? No, I don't know.
Could be Greek.
It could be Greek.
I don't fucking know.
No clue. He'll know. He'll probably be on the podcast, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like the type.
Hey, Panos, come on, talk to us.
Yeah,
we have a lot of fun. We just have fun.
We don't know how to say your name, but we'll learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll learn by you. You just tell us how to pronounce it.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so Natalie,
Ignacio had to do that.
Ignacio had to tell us how to say his name.
Oh, I have okay. And
yes,
how do you say it?
That's how you say it, Ignacio.
Ignacio. Yeah.
We were saying like Ignacio.
Oh.
Yeah, we were just totally be like Ignacio.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, you little Ignacio.
Hi, Ignacio. I'm from a do. Sorry.
You know,
Southern.
you can.
Sorry, South.
I'm a recruiter, and I do a lot of calling people blindly that I've never spoken to and have only seen their resume. And you can look on Google for pronunciations.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you can, but like,
it's
more
more
fun
to make it up.
Yeah, and like I like to hear from the person. Like,
yeah,
I want to hear you say your
That's
name
true.
to me, how you prefer it to be said.
It's like me. I'm Patrick, but you'd think my name was Patrick
Exactly.
from how it's spelled.
Some people call me
your recruiter
Natalie, like that. Natalie.
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 Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Natalie. You're a recruiter.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Drew's into it.
I'm in.
Drew is
I'm in. Recruit me. You
All
can
right.
recruit me.
I love it.
I know how to say your name.
So, Natalie, I had you on this podcast because I thought yoga might speak to you as like your vibe.
It does.
How did you feel like getting the call to come and cover Psycho Yoga Instructor? Were you scared? Were you excited to like maybe put on some yoga pants and like drink some wine?
Yes, definitely that first, because throughout this whole quarantine work from home scenario, I wear yoga pants pretty much exclusively, and I do yoga
Yeah.
throughout the day. So it's like super helpful to be already dressed while you're working to go
Dress
do
for it.
your thing.
Nice.
But I was really excited. And then I was a little scared because the title, Psycho.
Well, if you didn't know, Lifetime likes to put psycho in front of profession. So any profession you can think of, just think of one right now off the top of your head.
Recruiter.
Psycho recruiter. There you
that
go.
That would be an awesome Lifetime movie.
That really would be a good one because, you'd have to like call the people and like get somebody that you're stalking and recruit them, but stalking them. Whoa.
If Lifetime makes this movie, then we will know for sure that they listen to this fucking bullshit.
That's a good point.
They do listen to the podcast. We know this. But yeah, you should write it, Natalie, and then make sure that, you give us credit in like the credits of the movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Okay, well, namaste, everybody.
We're getting so much done.
Namaste. I don't know what else we say in yoga. I do a lot of yoga, but I can't think of any yoga things right now.
I was thinking that during the movie, actually. I was like, this doesn't even feel like related to yoga.
No, not at all.
I was finding myself blanking on like anything related because I was like, this is not really.
Yeah, the yoga was the most boring part of the movie, by the way. Which it should have been amazing yoga.
Yeah, I really thought, I
was excited for the yoga scenes, but they were very boring.
The yoga scenes were boring.
Downward Dog is always fun. It's fun to watch.
Downward Dog is fun.
They didn't really have the camera for Downward Dog. Like we didn't see any butts.
No
butts.
It was like the front, like this, with your paws in the front.
Yeah, your paws in the front. Yeah,
it's just no booty, no booty,
which.
That's the whole point of yoga.
Yeah,
that was probably in the actress's rider. He was like, "I will not have my booty in yoga pants. Do not even try it, Lifetime. You're not paying me enough."
That is such a good point because she's never she's in robes a lot. Where probably if this was a blockbuster, she'd be naked.
Exactly. So, okay, we start off in a sexy bathtub, Drew. So there's candles everywhere, and
I'm in.
We know that Lifetime pays extra money for hot water in their bathtub, so the actors were all safe and warm. Yes, we learned that from Ignacio, our friend.
That's awesome.
Because he was like, "Oh, the water, I thought it was going to be freezing because it's like a TV set and they're filming these in like 5 days." But it was actually warm water.
Wow.
They made the effort to warm the water, which was
very sweet.
Was such a cool thing. I was like, wow.
Wait, they filmed these in Canada though, right?
Not all of the
time, but
okay.
Depends.
Yeah, not all.
I feel like Canada's a little more humane. Is that the wrong word to use with their employees? Taking care of people on the set?
I don't know about that.
Well, we'll have to ask a Canadian. We'll have to ask a Canadian.
We'd have to get a Canadian on the show.
Our protagonist, her name is Justine. Okay.
Yes. She looks like a Justine.
She does. Yeah. She's like brown haired, very pretty.
Very pretty.
She's right behind Natalie on her right. So
that doesn't do her justice.
It doesn't. But she's
got like a stare.
She is like in the bathtub, and then all of a sudden, like drowning in the bath.
What? Someone drowning her? Okay.
And she's like, "Oh my god!" And she wakes up, and it's just a dream.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just a sexy bathtub drowning dream.
Yeah.
It's her fantasy. It's her weird fantasy.
So many candles.
Yeah. So that's what I was like. Oh, we're gonna get a sexy time.
Yeah.
And no, it was not.
Not at all.
Find out that was her fantasy. She was masturbating. She has a weird kink.
Well, it comes back. The bathtub comes back many times, Drew. So get ready for that.
So many.
Psycho bathtub.
It should have been called Psycho bathtub.
The yoga was so minimal.
The bathtub was way more.
Bathtub was way more prominent.
And it was a nice bathtub.
It was. The house was nice.
They had a pool in the backyard. Yeah. They had like everything you could ever want.
It was the producer's house.
It was like
just do it at my house.
Yep.
It was like that kind of thing where a couple has been together a really long time and they are ready to expand their family and they move out of their cute apartment or townhouse in the city. I don't know what city. To a nice house in the burbs. And it's this big freaking house with a nice master bath and an office for the husband. And well, that's the root of all evil.
This gets to it, right? So Tom,
Mm-hmm.
Drew, is the husband, okay? And he is working all the time. They're trying to adopt a baby.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ew.
Legally. The legal way.
The legal
all
way.
of it.
You know, not like just like picking up a baby on like a fire engine house or what
They
they call
talk
it?
about it.
A fire station?
Over at the fire engine house.
That's what I call them.
So this is Brady Smith. Okay.
Yeah, he
He's
was
been
on
in a
Parks
bunch-
and
he's-
Rec.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was?
I was gonna say.
He was pretty good. And he was
Yeah.
like, hunky, but not like shirtless hunky. He was like, I'm making good money hunky.
Would that be Patrick? Would that be a zaddy?
He's a zaddy, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it right.
You got it right.
It seemed like he had like a little bit of a southern draw, like maybe, like tucked away.
You know, Lifetime likes to throw in those southern accents when they can.
Yeah.
That, like it feels like the actor's like, I want to try something, and if it doesn't work, just let me know. But I'm just gonna do it. And then the director like literally forgets. So does the actor, and it comes and goes. You know,
it does. For him, for sure. Tom.
Well, because they're filming
Tom.
this in
But Tom
in like
is
7 days.
also not just a working man. He's addicted to pain medicine.
Yeah, they bit off a lot with this movie, I think, for how kind of little occurs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like abusing pain pills. Drew.
Yes. And he's a lawyer, which it took me a
Man, I
long
hear
time
ya.
to even discover that he was a lawyer.
I mean, I would if I was a lawyer. Yeah.
I guess
I'd
you're
fucking do
right.
painkillers.
I guess.
But
I've never
the
been
whole
one.
relationship is like very strained at the top. You can tell right away. It's like
He
not
doesn't
going
sleep in
good.
the bed.
Okay, so I just
Drew's popping in and out. It's okay.
There he is.
We're
This
still
is the
here.
world we live in. This is the world we live.
world
This is
we
the
live
timeline.
in. Technological difficulties. Speaking of which, Drew, this is a side tangent, really quick. I was in a meeting with some improvisers who want to do some improv on Zoom.
No.
I
Nope.
know. And I was like, I gotta tell Drew.
Nope. Don't.
Just
Don't do
doesn't
it.
seem to work.
Well, if
No,
we,
you can't
if
do
we
it.
can barely do a podcast,
Right.
which is only audio.
Just don't do it, guys. Don't do it.
Right.
Don't do improv.
I
don't
know.
Zoom.
Okay, back
Don't
to
do
the movie. Back to the movie. Drew's
Back to the movie.
Hi, Drew.
I only went off for just a second.
Only
We'll
popped
get
out
back
for a
into it.
moment.
I think I'm gonna keep this in it too. I'm not gonna edit this out.
Well, that's fine. You're still frozen again.
You're
though,
frozen.
so
Oh, you're back.
you're back.
These are the times, guys. These are the
That's it.
fucking times.
So Justine is like, I need to get away from my husband. He's
Mhm.
popping pills. He's working
He doesn't
too much.
sleep in the bed.
He doesn't. Oh my god. Yeah, that was
That
so
was
rude.
weird. I didn't like that.
What?
No, if you're married, you have to sleep in the same bed. That's what
Yeah.
marriage is.
That's what we want. A
Look,
cuddle
sometimes
buddy.
you take some pills and you fucking fall asleep on the couch watching Netflix. Sometimes that happens.
Well,
Okay.
that's
Sometimes.
I think what happened every night with Tom.
Yep, he's
Oh.
working.
And he's stressed. He's like, I gotta get up early. I gotta go to bed late. I don't want to disturb you. And he's very like kind of mean about how he's handling that.
Mhm.
And
He's
she's like,
you want to
I
have a
just-
baby? You're so
Yeah.
stupid.
It's
You're
like
a stupid idiot.
she's a
Yeah.
teacher. That's like the big thing is she's a school teacher, like 4th grade or 2nd grade or something. And she
She
has
loves
her
kids.
She loves kids. She loves educating, and she has like her summers off. So we're seeing them during that time period, and he's clearly resentful that she has her summers off. But like, we all know what teachers do during the year. Like, they have a lot going on. So like,
Yeah.
give her summer
mean,
off.
Teachers go through some bullshit. They don't get paid nothing, and they at least get the least. They get the summers paid, the
Right.
whole summer.
Right. Well,
At least they do that.
so she has all the time in the world to hang
Yeah.
out with her quirky best friend. Quirky best
Yeah.
friend who we love. Her
Yeah.
name's Ginny or
Yeah.
Jenny. I can't tell.
Yeah, the Southern thing through it. Like, I thought it was Jenny, but maybe they just say it like that because they're maybe Southern.
Yeah.
Genie.
And,
Yeah.
and
Jenny.
the best friend is like, actually, Natalie, you would have been great in this role. You would have
Thank
been
you.
like power walking and being like, girl, your husband's popping pills and being an asshole. Forget about it. You should do
Go to
yoga
yoga."
with me.
I thought it was going to be all downhill, like from that walk and talk, because they weren't that good at like walking and talking.
No.
I was like, what's the yoga going to be like?
Right, because they were essentially wearing like head sweatbands
And she was
And-
like,
like really walking, power walking.
Oh, was it power walking? It was
Yeah.
just like,
We have our elbows up for reference.
That's what you do when you power walk.
Yep.
Yeah, Ginny.
So Ginny's like, you got to come to my yoga class. There's this instructor. His name's Dominic, and he has great abs, and he gives a great workout.
Great.
Yep.
What more could you want?
What do the people want? That's what they want.
That would sell me 100%.
I want a psycho one. I want one to be psycho.
Oh, well,
right.
You came to the right place.
This is for you, Drew. So we get to the yoga class, and Dominic is there. He's delivering on the abs. He's delivering on the sexiness.
So handsome. So handsome.
Attractive.
Yeah. Good voice.
I brought a clip
he's got,
of the class that I'm going to play for you, Drew. It'll just be the audio, though, because we're in.
I can picture it.
He talks.
Okay. I can't wait.
This is the thesis for the movie.
This is the thesis for the movie, but
this is the theme.
Little sprig of green pushing its way out of the cement. Now I couldn't tell if it was a flower, plant, or a weed. But I respected its persistence. We all have a ceiling, like that sprig.
Okay.
Nice.
So at the very end there, he said, like a sprig.
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying all the people in his class are just trying to come up through the concrete, come up and become a little sprig that turns into a tree and bust through that concrete because you're a powerful tree.
And he admires the sprig's persistence.
Fucking uprise, bitch.
Yeah.
Uprise.
Totally. And they're all it's all like, suburban moms, and they're like, hell yes.
Cool.
I am a sprig.
Yes. Including Justine. She's like, I'm a sprig. I've never done this before, but I'm a sprig.
And let me tell you, in my younger years, like when I was like 16, I did used to go to yoga in the suburbs with all the moms in my neighborhood, and we were all like that.
Yeah, I did it. I was probably like 21, 22, like right after college. I lived in the suburbs of Pittsburgh, and I would go to this one class, not even a one class, it was a studio, and there was different teachers, and I ate every second of the narrative.
They got the new wave music. They do ohms at the end. They're like, ohms.
Yes. He was into ohms, Dominic.
Yeah, he loved the ohms. So Justine leaves class, and she's like, wow, I feel like 17 times better.
Yeah. She's like ready to talk to her husband about how she feels, which is hard for her, I think, because that's what we hear.
I feel 17.5 times better.
No, she skips to like, what's your problem? Why don't you want to have a baby? Blah, blah, blah. Like,
yeah, because she comes home and she's like, I have my hot yoga bod. I'm going to yell at my husband over a candlelit dinner.
But he's late for dinner, of course.
Because, he's like, I'm working. I'm on pills. And she like, he storms off, and she cries into her wine.
Oh, yeah.
She's like drinking her wine and crying. And I was like, I've never related more to a Lifetime person. That is so me now on the podcast.
Justine says what she has a good take on everything, but she still acts like a dumb leading lady. Do you know what I mean?
It's true. It's like
I don't know how to. Yeah.
It's like the actress is too cool for Lifetime, so it doesn't really come off like that she's really upset. She's like, I'm drinking wine and crying, but I'm like, I'm also way too cool for this.
Right.
So.
She's already figured out like the pros and the cons of her relationship, of her career, of her like they're trying to adopt a baby because they can't conceive. So like she's already figured it all out, but she's still like crying into her wine, seeking approval from Tom.
This guy, from Tom.
Okay.
Fuck Tom. So
do you think Ashley Wood listens to our podcast?
Is that Justine?
Yeah.
No, I don't think the females listen to Lifetime on Court because they're like the actresses. I don't know if they would be like
most of our fucking audience is female.
Maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like if I was an actress
Yeah.
which I essentially am,
Right.
I wouldn't really want to listen to a podcast talking about my Lifetime movie. But if I was
That's fair.
If I was
Right.
the
That's very
husband
fair.
and I'm barely in it, I'd listen to it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I mean?
Because
Yeah,
she's got some
okay.
other credits where like she might feel like I know how I felt that day filming
Right.
that. So
Well, and also the actresses in Lifetime movies like aspire for more.
Yep.
And like the men are like, this is a good gig. I'm just gonna stick
Yep.
with this
Forever.
forever.
It's more of just like, look, I got a gig. I'm good.
Right. I'll just work out and be in Lifetime movies, and that's fine with me.
I
Look,
love
lady
it.
actors that are women.
Mhm.
Yes. There we go.
Reach out to us, and we would love to talk to you about all of it.
I
We
mean,
love that.
It would be good because having the female perspective, I mean, we usually have a female in the third chair for that reason. But I would like to know how Lifetime treats their actresses.
Me too.
Like, because they are coming into it knowing that Lifetime's expecting them to do like a certain kind of thing.
Like a damsel in distress.
Right. And
yeah.
how do they feel about that? Because
God, I would love.
It would
to-
probably be a little problematic. You're like,
Right.
I will
love to
do
know
it,
that.
but she has to like save herself in the end or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, I guess
Usually they do.
I guess they do usually. But it's like those moments leading. It's like, how did we get into this? Is what it is. How did we get into this pickle? It's always her. And
Mhm.
then how do we get out of it? It's her. But would that person that got us out of it really have gotten us into it? That's my question.
Yeah, I think that's very
that's a good
true.
point.
That is
That's a
very
good
true.
point.
Well,
Yeah,
speaking
that's a
of
good
getting into it, Justine gets really into the shirtless yoga with this
Mhm.
man because she like comes
Yeah.
to the studio. He's like doing what is it?
Dancer.
Dancing Sheba.
Yeah, I wrote that.
Yeah, he's
He
doing
doesn't
dancing
do it
Sheba.
very well, right?
No, he doesn't do it very
Because
well.
it's
You
supposed
balance.
to be more lifted.
You balance on one leg and you lift your foot above your head.
Yeah.
And then you just balance and you have your other arm in front balance.
Yeah.
I would do it, but I'm tethered to this head
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
because I can actually do it. It's one of my fave ones.
it's
But
nice.
he's
It feels
shirtless
good.
and sweaty, and I was like, "Oh, girl, is this what this movie's gonna be?" No, this is like the last pose we see. Really.
Yeah, so true.
Okay.
And
So
that's
true.
before intense yoga boot camp. Like, but we don't even
Right.
see anything in intense. We see nose kisses and like,
Yeah, it's like a montage
yeah, it's
of like prayer hands.
Mhm.
But so Dominic is like, Justine, you're a great student. Like, I think you should start teaching and take private lessons and da da da. She's like, I'm just coming to class. Like,
no
there's
big deal.
no big deal. And in this scene, Drew, this guy makes he doesn't matter to the plot. I just want to mention him.
Yeah,
he's
me
like
too.
wearing a headband, like with like Japanese symbols on it and like
Yeah.
appropriating culture.
Yep.
And he's like a white guy. He's very awkward, and he's like kind of trying to hit on Justine,
Yeah.
and she like shuts it down.
That's
Yeah,
I love that, and I
I love
that
that too.
the actor
Yeah,
also was
fuck
just
that
like
guy.
so funny,
He was funny, like odd,
weird,
And-
weirdo.
and he had like that funny guy timing. So it was like, I felt like they were going for something. They were like,
They're
Oh,
going for
let's-
some comedy.
yeah, they were like, let's laugh
Yeah.
at ourselves a little bit.
They
with
tried.
This guy.
They tried.
but it felt
It
I
had
like that.
it had to pay off. Like he had to die for it to matter. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
I don't want to see this guy like hit on her and be weird if
Yeah.
he's not gonna die because
he-
the yoga
yeah.
instructor is gonna get jealous and kill him.
right. Spoiler, he doesn't
Does
get killed.
he die? He does not.
No,
get killed?
that's the one and
Oh.
only scene that he's in.
Right.
He
yeah.
should. No, that should pay off. Yeah. That should pay off.
Hello.
Drew, you're frozen
I
again.
think Drew got killed by the psycho
God
yoga.
Oh,
damn it.
psycho yoga instructor got Drew.
He went to his house.
No.
Son of a bitch. Can you guys
Oh.
hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're back. You're back.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
This is. You know what? This is the world we live in. I'm keeping it
Yeah.
in. Keeping it
Hey,
in.
it's okay. It's the world
Yeah.
we're in right now. I'm in a new house. My
Woo!
Wi-Fi is actually amazing though. So
Good.
this isn't
That's
me.
great.
This is a you thing. You're having the unstable button.
No, it is me. It's on me. It's on me.
Okay. So the next day, Justine has another bad dream. because in the bathtub having a bad dream. I think this time, like
is this
I don't-
double?
Yeah, the
like
husband's there and he's in the bathtub. She's like having sexy time with
yes,
Dominic
yes,
on like the bathroom sink,
mm-hmm.
and then
which was nice.
It was
to watch,
and then starts laughing like a psycho yoga instructor. He's like, haha, that guy's drowning. And she's like,
they're laughing
"No."
at her husband. It's like cuckold you, right? Is that right? Shakespearean?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is our first glimpse that the yoga instructor's psycho, and
but it's in her dream.
But the actor was so good. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my
right,
god,
that's so
he's
true.
really psycho. Like he was laughing like a fucking psycho.
Yeah, he did do a good job of playing it.
Was he doing like Joker? Was it like Joker laughing?
No,
I don't understand that reference, but probably.
I
It was
guess-
like,
yeah.
like that kind of.
No,
Yes.
it was like no hands though. It was just like
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, no, there were hands. You're right. He was like pointing at the guy.
He was like pointing like, you fucking idiot.
And also, her husband was so tall, and she's so tall. That was a big bathtub.
It was a huge bathtub, okay? So,
oh gosh. So she's got a
Justine,
crush.
she's like making smoothies now and like going to yoga every
She's a
day.
new woman.
She's very into it. And then we
Get
see
it.
Tom. He's still popping pills, and he gets a call on his cell phone from someone named S.
Oh, just S.
Just
the letter.
S.
Just the letter.
And he's like looking suspicious, popping his pills, and we're like,
Mhm.
okay, something's
Mhm.
going on. Something's
Yep.
going on.
Okay.
So Justine starts her private lessons, which are at her house by the pool, and she's like in a wheel pose, like
yeah.
very impressive.
What's a
And
wheel pose?
it's like when you
It's like
put
a
your
back
hands behind
bend,
your
but,
head
like-
and then push your
Yeah.
And you're all, and you're like,
Your
Yeah.
tummy
Okay.
up in the
Yeah,
air.
yeah. So like you're like in a little U shape.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And they keep doing yoga like face to face. So I've never seen this
I've
before.
never seen that.
But their
It's
yoga
like-
mats are like right next to each other, and then they like go up, and then they're like basically like Eskimo kissing their noses.
On their upward facing
their
dogs
little
to each
upward
other's
dog.
face.
So the
Okay.
sexual tension is a brewing,
Woo!
and
Ooh,
they
yeah.
almost kiss, but they're interrupted by Tom, who comes home early for lunch.
With one takeout container.
I know. What are they sharing?
He's like, I was bringing you lunch, which he never comes
Bring
home
you
early. He
lunch,
never
you
does. like-
Bitch. Yeah.
And it's like this weird one styrofoam container.
Yeah, and he's like, "I'm going to the bar," and then he leaves.
Yeah, and he's been like before even knowing that the yoga instructor is hot, he is very dismissive. He's like, "Oh, so yoga's your thing now?" I'm like, "She's allowed to have a thing."
Right,
Like, I don't understand the issue with yoga. It's not like she said meth is my thing.
right, He's
Right?
like, I thought you were a
She's like-
teacher. Why are you doing
She's like,
yoga?
sorry.
It actually makes
Sorry,
a lot
I
of
love
sense
meth.
for
Yeah,
public school teachers to know yoga.
Right,
Yeah.
for phys ed.
And meth. I understand it. Like,
I
look,
guess
if
you're right.
teaching kids, you got to be on meth, man. You
Okay,
just gotta
all
be
right,
on meth.
okay. So
Because they're on meth.
Sorry, I
if
brought
you
meth
know what
up,
I'm
guys.
I
saying.
know. Here we go. Here we go. So Justine is like, "What the hell, Tom? Like, what are you doing?" He comes home. He's drunk off his ass. He's like,
Mhm.
he says, "You're a cougar on the prowl."
I wrote that down too. It was what an insult.
So
I come
fucking
home and see
rude.
you like a cougar on like some cougar on the prowl. What?
I
Calling
hated
her a
that.
cougar?
I hate
Are
it.
you calling her old?
Yes.
Yeah, like, that's what that means, right? Or if you.
Yeah. It's
or,
so
I
rude.
mean, normally.
Don't
I
ever call
hated
anyone
that.
a cougar ever again. Cougar stopped
No,
at Cougar Town. Okay.
Yeah,
Stop
so true.
The cougar.
I
Stop
love
the cougar
Cougar
shit.
Town.
But even the people that were in Cougar Town
mean,
were like, "This
I
title
want-
is terrible."
So true.
I want.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
true.
I do personally want to go to Cougar Town if there's a Cougar Town.
All right.
We'll have to
Because
send
I
you a
like
few
cou-
links.
actual cougars, and I want to see them, and it's a
Oh.
zoo. I want to see that.
Okay.
Got it.
Great.
I don't think that's what he was.
Yeah. We'll call Carol Baskin. She'll come and
Oh.
show you around.
Periodically throughout this movie, I wrote down who I thought Justine looked like.
Okay.
And at some point, I thought she looked like Rachel Weisz. At some point, I thought she looked like Colby
That is a compliment.
Smulders.
Damn.
Who
okay.
else? I feel like I have one more. I'll uncover it in my notes. But
It'll be there
Rachel,
somewhere.
Rachel Weisz, that is like the biggest I feel
Well-
like that's the biggest compliment you could ever give to any actress.
Right. Absolutely. She's beautiful. I'm saying what she looked like, not her acting.
Right.
No, but I mean, like, just like her.
Sure.
That's a man.
She has
Rachel Weisz.
Justine has a
If-
striking
if-
look.
She does.
Even as a
She looks
man,
good.
even as a man, if someone's like, you know what, you look like Rachel Weisz, I'd be like, oh my god, thank you, oh my god.
So after the fight, Tom checks his phone. He has a voicemail from S, and S says, "I don't think we should move forward with your wife without your wife
Yeah.
knowing."
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And she sees it. Justine sees it.
So we know something.
Mm-hmm. I did
Okay,
call it,
yeah.
though. I was like, something else is, it's not. I was like, it's a fake out.
Yeah, he's not cheating, but she thinks he's cheating.
Right. For sure. Because he doesn't sleep in the bed. He's gone all the time.
And she has another scary bathtub dream, and then she does another yoga session by the pool, and she
Yeah.
makes out with Dominic by the pool.
Yes.
Okay.
In her dream?
No,
Or,
in
like,
real
No,
life.
for real. For real.
Oh, okay.
And
I
he-
wrote crystal kiss because he gives her a crystal
Yeah,
after the kiss.
he gives her an amethyst. Drew.
Yes.
You guys don't give crystals to people when
No,
after
he's
you
like,
kiss them?
here's an
No.
amethyst. It will remove the toxins from you, and just cherish this amethyst forever.
Yeah, that seems like
Mhm.
that's normal, right?
Because there's
Yeah, that's a
also
normal ba-
like a through line from the yoga instructor that's like lying, like anytime you're not being honest with yourself or with others, your toxins are taking over, filling you up.
Yeah.
Right. So detoxifying her
Right.
and like making her more pure or something is
Yeah,
like his
whatever.
mission, which is gross.
Disgusting.
So gross.
And then she still
Yeah.
kissed him around that time.
Exactly. So he ain't that pure. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he ain't.
So
But they
more
do make out.
They do. More boring yoga happens, this time with lightning, because it's
Is
in
this
Ooh,
it's a
midnight
storm.
yoga?
Yeah, midnight
That's-
yoga.
that's fun.
I was
Midnight
like,
yoga, that's
fine.
fun.
I was
That
like,
sounds
midnight
fun.
yoga. This is freaking wild.
Well, and you're like, why are we seeing more yoga? Well,
right.
a woman bursts into the yoga studio. She's like wet from the rain,
Yeah.
and she's like, "What the hell? My
Yeah.
kids and my husband have left me, and it's all your fault."
Yeah.
Sebastian.
You ruined my life, Sebastian. Yeah.
Sebastian, you're the worst. And everyone's like looking around like, who the fuck is Sebastian?
Mhm.
And Dominic's like, I don't know. This
I
woman's
don't know
crazy.
this woman. Call
Get
the
her
police.
outta
Get her
here.
out of here. Yeah. Or
Uh,
actually, he doesn't say call the police.
No. She's like trying to hit him and everything, and he
Mhm.
grabs her like by the wrist, and he's
The
"Get
yoga
outta
guy
here."
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the women are like,
Okay.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this is getting violent. We don't
What?
like this.
and
Um,
Justine's not at that class, but her BFF is.
Yeah,
And
Jenny's
she's like-
there. She like takes out her little like workout coat. She
Uh-huh.
takes out her phone and she calls up investigator, her friend.
Yep.
She's like, hey, can you look into someone named Sebastian Nikos,
Yeah.
please?
I was a little annoyed about that. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you just call your friend who happens to be a friend of a friend. Like, I don't
At
like that.
midnight in a thunderstorm.
Yeah,
Come
I didn't
on.
like that.
Come on, Jenny.
Come on.
I did think though the movie did something tricky where they're in their yoga, their midnight yoga. It's boring as heck, and then this woman comes in, and you almost think maybe it's a memory of his.
Yeah.
And so for a second, I was like, maybe he had a psycho instructor.
Yes.
And like that's where we're going with this, because it did seem like at first the women don't break their focus, but then when everybody starts seeing the woman yelling at him, you're like, oh no, he's the psycho and he ruined her life, and
Yep. This
Here
is
we
the
go.
big thing.
here we go. Yeah.
Okay.
So Justine and Tom like fight some more about the adoption.
Yes.
And
He has a
um,
litigators conference coming up.
but they sleep together because they're like fighting
Yeah.
so hard that they like get like heated.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? You're right. Like I've been an asshole. I've taken these pills. I'm addicted to pills. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop.
And she's like, huh? The
Yeah.
pills?
I don't
What,
know
you
what.
got pills?
Yeah, I don't know
Because
what
she
you're
still
talking
thinks
about.
he's cheating on her. So he's like doing this whole like almost confession moment. And she's like, okay, bracing herself for like, okay, we're going to have to talk about this. And he's like, the pills, blah, blah. And she's like, huh?
Oh, pills? Oh. you're not cheating on me. You're just like take a bunch of pills. Oh,
Yeah.
No, I get it.
So
I get that.
Justine is like, okay, well, if he's turning his life around, I'm gonna turn mine. I'm gonna end things with Dominic since we kissed and it was inappropriate.
No
So she
more
goes-
yoga. No
yeah,
more
she-
private
He
yoga.
cancels the private yoga. Like, don't come over. He gets so mad. He like punches a mirror,
Yes.
and I'm like, finally, we have some like psycho behavior. Like,
I wrote that. I was like, finally, madness. Here
and
we
Drew, it
go.
was like 30 minutes left in the movie, so these movies are like 2 hours long. So,
so
it's like,
long.
like, oh my god, can we like hurry this up? Like,
I
why
couldn't
is
believe-
the psycho stuff just happening right now?
That's why we watch. Like, I was trying to explain to Steve, my husband, because I watched the movie he reviewed as well, because I like these movies.
Yeah,
But I was trying to explain like how it all began for me, why I liked watching them when I was younger. And it was always the psycho and the crazy and the sex and the nanny that's sleeping with the person. Like, it took us
Yeah.
so long to get
Yeah.
there.
we needed way more psycho in the psycho yoga.
I thought Justine should have went a little psycho too. Like, come
Yeah.
on, let's all go crazy.
That's right. No, because she even after finding out all this stuff, she like handles it very well.
She's
Like,
so peaceful.
She's so
I guess that's a teacher thing.
right.
Oh,
You're
there it is.
true.
She's like, oh, I deal with psychos every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're called children.
Interesting.
So, Justine goes to the yoga studio and talks to him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so happy to see you." He's like, kissing her, like trying to change
Yeah.
her mind, you know?
Kissing her neck. What?
He's like, "No, what we're doing is wrong. Like, I have a husband.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I don't agree with you. You're making a mistake." And
Yep.
he gets like really creepy at this point,
Yep.
and he's like holding a piece of glass or something, and he like touches, like he
Yeah.
squeezes it so hard that like blood. It was so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
But he did a good job, like flipping the switch.
He
back.
did flip. He flipped it. Yeah.
hmm
So,
So him flipping the switch is going like, yeah, no, I basically saying like, yeah, no, I'm the villain.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it took like
Oh.
an hour to get to it.
Yep.
hour and a half.
And at this point, I
half.
said she looked
An
like
hour and a half to
Cecily
get to it.
Strong.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
I could see that too.
I'm all over the place.
So
Who I directed. I directed her.
You did?
Anyway.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
See,
you
I
you
go.
was
directed
the director at some
Justine.
point.
she used to be a Chicago gal.
Makes sense. Okay.
So
Yeah.
Ginny is like looking into Dominic with the investigator. She finds out like all this past abuse of women and
Yeah.
murdering people. and
Yeah.
they're like, oh wow, he's a really bad guy. We
Yeah.
shouldn't be with him. So they go to the police, and then Ginny's like, come stay with me.
Yeah.
And
So
it's like,
stupid.
whatever.
I'll go wait in the car.
Yeah, I'll go wait in the car. Justine goes to like pack her bag.
You
and of
shouldn't be
course,
alone. I'll go wait in the car. What?
Justine, of course, gets kidnapped in her house by Dominic there.
He like
Oh,
chloroforms her.
Yeah.
Oh, just the old chloroform
Yes.
bit.
And
That
'cause
was. Ugh.
chloroform, how is that still a thing?
I was shocked. I was like, when was
I mean,
this made?
you know, it knocks people out. It knocks people
Yeah.
out, I guess.
But he ties.
I've never done it. I've never
he,
done
like,
it myself.
Doesn't really tie her up. She's like in the bed in like a lingerie nightgown.
He
thing,
changes her outfit for sure.
Which she wakes up and she's like, "What the fuck?" And he was like, "I would
Oh.
never touch
I would
you without your
never.
permission.
Yeah.
I just want you to be pure and great."
Except to chloroform you,
Hey,
just real quick.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna chloroform
And
you real
change your
quick. I'm just
clothes.
gonna...
And he like gets really mad at her when she tells him that she slept with her husband, because she's like, "I don't want to be with you." Like,
Oh,
I'm with my
yeah.
husband, and he's like, "You're full of toxins now. You're just like trash garbage."
Yeah.
And he forces her to get into the bathtub.
That's
she's
already- yeah.
dreaming about the whole
Right.
movie in her sexy lingerie,
Oh, okay.
and it's like her worst nightmares are coming
Right.
true. You know,
And they're in there together. Like he gets in there like as if it's a romantic bubble bath. And
Yeah.
she's just like, uh-huh. Yeah, I'm into this. Like it's so that is cringy. That was
Yeah.
psycho.
It
And
was
so
really
they
psycho.
delivered. They did
And then he
deliver.
starts like forcing her, like putting her underwater and like strangling her, like.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And she's like, I forget, she says something.
She tricks him because she like what
Did
is
she hit him with a soap?
she
No.
makes out with him
Yeah.
because she's like I forget what she says, but she's like I know what to do, and so she kind of like she starts to kiss him and gets like on top of him, and he's into it, of course. And she grabs the amethyst and smacks over the face.
Oh, and smashes his face.
Yeah, and Drew,
Okay,
the
great.
sound effect on that amethyst was like, "Good job, Foley artist or whoever did it," because it sounded it was like so whack.
It was gross. Yeah.
Can I try it?
Yeah,
on the
try
podcast
it,
since
try it.
we're all about sound. Was it this?
Deeper.
Sure. It sounded like his brain fell out. It sounded like his brain fell out.
It did.
So it was more like, let me try it again. It was more like,
Whoa, that did sound like a brain fell out.
You're right.
And a fart.
And-
And a fart happened because he died and he farted.
It
Well,
happens, I
and,
hear.
and shit himself.
The end of
So she gets out of the bathtub. She runs into Tom. She's like freaking out, like struggling, and he's like, "It's me, it's Tom." And she's like, "I don't care. I don't like you. I haven't liked you the whole movie."
yeah. She's just like fighting because she's like has to fight because she had to freaking
you're
rescue
like, "Fuck."
herself.
And they go upstairs to the bathtub, and of course he's gone. He escaped out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Little
you
blood
didn't kill him.
handprint on the window. He's out of here.
Yep. And
Yeah.
she talks to Tom. She's like, "I kissed him." He's like, "Oh, I'm so mad about this." She's like, "But he tried to kill me, so like maybe forgive me for that."
Right. I think he
Um,
did.
And he does. And then he plays her a voicemail, and it's S. And she's like,
Yes.
"Your adoption of your 1-week-old baby has been finalized. You're having a baby."
Yeah.
And the camera like pans away from them and pans to another yoga studio in
And-
another town.
There he is.
There he is talking about his sprig.
He's like, I
Coming
see
up
his
from the
But he
sprig.
has like a hole in his
Yep.
head.
Yeah, right. Actually, I think he did have like a Band-Aid or something.
Yeah, he must have because it was like,
Oh, just a band-aid.
Yeah.
yeah, no big deal. He was healed quickly. I had like two kind of initial takeaways, and one was like I was a little annoyed, and this might not be the right thing to be annoyed about, but I feel like when something like this happens in a community, there's like a big kerfluffle, and it's like she was sleeping with the yoga instructor, and I'm like, she kissed him one time, and this whole drama unfolded. Like that's annoying to me that her whole story is now going to be attached to this like kiss. It's
Yeah.
like 4th grade. It's like, what is going on?
Right. At least sleep with yoga.
Right. There was no like drama. It's like, but you're gonna get the tag of drama. That's annoying.
Yeah, you don't get all the fun of drama. You just get the
Yeah.
tag that it's drama.
Well, you guys,
Yeah,
don't forget,
that's it.
Justine's a cougar on the prowl.
She's a cougar on the bed. It'll keep
So-
happening.
Okay.
Mhm.
So on the podcast, we either pour it up and put a cork in it. We'll start with Natalie. What are you going to do to this
I
movie?
don't know. I've truly actually gone back and forth. Like at the night I watched it, I was gonna put a cork in it. I really
But
think
now that we've talked about
now
it,
that we've talked about it, I think I'll pour it up because he was a
Okay.
good psycho. She was beautiful
Yes.
and practical, I guess. But I really wanted more drama. I did.
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally.
But I guess overall, let's pour it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Drew,
That's
how
fair.
about you?
I'm gonna put a cork in it.
Okay.
Only the main reason is because it's like it seemed to just be like it got to a point where I wanted more to happen,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't happen.
Right.
So when you guys were explaining it to me, I'm not into it. I'm not into this movie. I don't think it did the things that I like. There wasn't enough tropes, I guess.
Yeah.
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 You know?
Well,
I don't know. Usually I pour it up on tropes.
And this one's
But-
like a third party, like Lifetime bought it,
Yeah.
because they need content.
Mm-hmm.
And
They
they were
desperately
they were
need
really
content.
pushing it, like psycho yoga instructor.
I mean,
I love yoga.
I love the title of it.
Great title.
I love it, but like that, I don't know. I usually with Lifetime, you kind of know what's going on the whole time. Like there's no mystery or anything to it.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm gonna put a cork in it.
Okay.
So I am.
Sorry, all the actors and
Oh,
directors.
they're
and that kind of
fine.
shit.
They're fine.
They'll live.
They're doing fine.
I
They
am
got
fine.
paid.
also gonna put a cork in it, because it just took too long to get there, and I wish we had more. It's
Yeah.
in the title. Like we
Yeah.
know it's in the title. We know it's psycho yoga instructor.
Yeah.
So get there sooner and make it really psycho.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
I respect
Make it weird.
I just
Get
feel
weird.
like also his issues would have been helped by yoga. So like, what are we even doing? Like,
Yeah.
the psycho.
Yeah.
I feel like the psycho should have come from somewhere else. Like,
yeah, like it's like my mom was killed by a yoga instructor.
yeah, I don't know.
That's why I do
and
it
I've
now.
always been trying to avenge that. Like, I mean, maybe it was there. Maybe they just didn't give it to us. Hey,
Right. You know, it was.
we don't know.
They didn't have enough time to film the real ending, and they were just like, just do this. We don't know.
We got what we got.
Pose.
We got what we got.
So that
All
wraps up our conversation about Psycho Yoga Instructor. But before we go, we have our favorite segment of this week and every week.
What you say, Candace Cameron Bure. On my wedding day, catch the bouquet. Candace hates the gays. Candace Cameron Bure. Drinking rosé, eating creme brulee. Can't share with me. Candace Cameron Bure. Yeah. What you say, Candace Cameron Bure.
And we're back. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we're doing it, Candace. I have been saving this one for Natalie for a while.
Yay.
Because I have a feeling that you watched Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, I was actually going to say everything I know about Canadian film is influenced by interviews with Dan Levy.
Great. Then
Dan
you're
Levy.
going to love this little clippy clip I have today.
The son of Gene Levy.
I'm going to play the audio for you. You can't unfortunately see it, but
It's okay.
just know it's Candace, and that's all I need you to know. I'll bear with me.
Okay.
These are struggles. This is the world we live in now.
And I bravo elected. Bring forward.
Okay.
That was good.
She's just laughing.
She's good.
She is being Moira.
Yeah.
That's her impression of Moira.
Yeah.
I literally thought it was Moira.
No,
It was good.
That's her doing it. She started a TikTok, as we know, and on her TikTok, she just does Schitt's Creek
No way.
impressions of
I like
Catherine
it.
O'Hara.
You know what?
The best. I didn't know. I didn't know she started a TikTok.
Well, she did,
That sounded like her.
right?
Moira
That-
Rose.
Good. You know what? First time I'm ever going to say this.
Good Candace.
Good job, Candace Cameron Bure. Well done.
Wow.
I feel like it also
that-
says more about Catherine O'Hara. Like, you made this character.
True.
Yeah.
That is true.
I literally, I was like, oh, is that in a clip from, was just that a clip? Did she just put a clip up?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be.
From
Like her
that-
reaction to a
No,
real
it was
clip.
literally her just doing the voice.
Her doing an impression. God,
Well, and this is the
damn
great
it.
thing about quarantine, right? Candace doesn't have anything else to do, so she's
She
watching
just
Schitt's
ugh,
Creek and like doing
hope
impressions.
just doing her impressions.
Why
God
not?
damn,
Helps
that
her.
was real. That was really good. Candace Cameron Bure.
And
Good
the-
job on that.
The good thing
I'm
about
gonna-
Candace watching Schitt's Creek is that it has the center of the whole plot is a gay love story.
Yeah,
right?
I
So
love that.
maybe that's
which
her
made
window
me
in
cry.
to
Which made me
gays.
fucking cry.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
I am
so sweet.
hoping this is good for her heart.
Yeah, and her heart knows that
I
gay
think it
marriage
is.
is a great thing, and maybe she can backtrack on her thoughts because Dan Levy and whatever Patrick, I think-
Patrick.
I do
Patrick and
think
David.
Patrick and
I
David.
do think that she is like from all these, the things because I don't follow her, but
We've been
Patrick
talking about
does,
Candace
and
for 3 years now, so I would hope she's had
she has
some evolution.
changed- She has changed her fucking tone a bit, and you know what? I'm gonna say, Candace is like started to. She's changed her tone.
Okay.
She's changed her mood and her world. I'll give it to Candace Cameron Bure for this one.
Pour it up.
I'll give it to her.
There
Yeah.
you go. Wow, pour it up.
He pours it up for
I am.
Candace.
I'm pouring it up for Candace Cameron Bure. I've never said that ever, but like I'm pouring it up for her, especially. She's changing it up.
Yeah,
she's changing it up.
Good for her.
Wonderful.
And that's okay. And let's talk about that for just 1 second.
Okay.
Changing your mind and changing your opinion on things that you had previously thought is a very, very important thing to do in these times.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's okay, and no one will shit on you for that.
Yeah. That's a great point.
Nobody will shit on you for that. On the good side.
Yeah.
Right. Nobody
point,
that matters.
Yes. You should all be open to new opinions and hearing different sides of the story.
New things. Fucking. That's it, man. Just no. Change your mind. It's okay. It's okay to change your mind. You're growing. We're all growing. We're all doing.
We are all growing and learning. Black Lives Matter.
Yep.
All the things.
Yep.
COVID's still a thing. Don't forget.
COVID's still a thing.
Yeah, don't forget. COVID's still a thing.
I have a dear
Especially-
friend who says new things aren't bad things.
Exactly.
Yes,
And don't fuck with Patrick. Patrick's got a bad ticker.
I do.
Do not.
Yeah.
Do not.
Get at it.
COVID's still a thing for Patrick.
Stay away.
You know, maybe most of us will be okay, but Patrick would not because he's got a bad ticker.
Yeah.
So
Please,
people with bad tickers,
please send
older
me
people,
candy. Send me all the candy.
send him fucking
Candy and wine, please.
Yeah, candy and wine,
Candy
please.
and wine.
I need it to get through.
That's what Patrick lives
But
on.
at my
That's
new
how
place,
he
I have a
survives.
balcony, so I'm kind of like Rapunzel now.
Good.
Hell yeah, you
You
are.
deserve
So,
it.
you know, my hair's long and blonde and beautiful. I just like hang out and look out on the porch.
I love
Your
that.
beard is looking hella good,
Yeah.
bro.
Thanks.
Yeah.
By the way.
All right, not talking about flattering me. Let's talk about pluggy time. Natalie, do you have anything you'd like to plug in the pluggy time? I know it's a weird time to plug things, but
It's a
I
weird
am
time to plug things.
Continuing to work on a new musical with our dear friend Brad Camp and
wonderful.
Brad
TJ
Camp.
Piper.
wonderful.
Yeah, so
Right.
hopefully
Brad Camp.
I was just gonna
Oh,
say
sorry.
hopefully in 2021 or sometime there'll be something for us to invite you all to.
That's great. And Brad Kemp, just so you know, does he did the Candace Cameron Bure
Yep.
theme song.
And he's on
So,
Spotify and has cool
Yeah.
tracks. Actually,
He
to
has
do
some
yoga
fucking
to.
Yeah.
I do yoga to Brad Kemp in the
Yep.
Headphones album.
I feel like I should just plug.
Yep. Which my
what
wife
Brad's
did
working
the cover art
Yeah.
for. We all just do a bunch of things
There we
together.
go. We're all artists still creating, even
Yeah.
though we can't leave our house.
Right. I was
We can
gonna
still do it.
premiere on this podcast that I am working on a secret art project for Steve's birthday, but I don't have it in front of me to show to you guys. But
Oh.
secret art project. That's all I have.
Very exciting. Wonderful. Drew, how about you? Anything to plug in pluggy time?
You know, you can just follow me on Drew But With Pants on Instagram. And speaking of music and that kind of stuff, go to I'm technically still in the band.
Yeah.
We just haven't been able to play the Limbos. We have tons. We got a bunch of albums on Spotify, so just follow us and check us out.
Wonderful.
That's
well,
it.
thank you both for being here, and thank you, listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime on Court. We watch these movies, so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the podcast at Lifetime on Court. Don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to podcasts. And yeah, that's all I know. Okay, goodbye.
Hey.
Goodbye.
Bye.